Hi, my name's John and I've been coming to Lanzarote for 10 to 15 years at least now, and with the local Facebook group for Playa Blanca, and quite often people post on it going how scary the road is across the mountain via Femes. So the plan is today to do a drive across and show you just what it's like. It's not a problem at all really, it's quite easy. Possibly not if you've just arrived on a flight at the airport at night, you've never been here before. Yeah, go to the bypass road through Yeza and go in that way. But just behind me is the roundabout with the camels on. Probably known to quite a few of you to see that. So we're going to go back in the car where my wife George is sitting at the moment, and we're going to do the drive into Playa Blanca. Okay, we're back in the car now and pointing across the roundabout with the camels, and going to start the drive shortly. We're going to take the road up towards Femes and then down into Playa Blanca. The roads here, over on the left is the road comes from the airport to the Camels roundabout. The first turning off on the right goes up through the wine growing area of La and Tequisi, and the second turning is the sort of bypass around Yeza, which is the easy way of getting, but it's kind of a bit boring anyway. But as I said before, if you're coming from the airport at night, you've not been here before, it's probably the easiest and safest route to take. I'll try doing a little bit of commentary on the way up for a few of the features. I will be editing this afterwards, so I'll try and remove some of the boring bits. So where the blue car's going, that's the road to Yeza. So we're going to go around a little bit further and take the next turning, which is the Femes and Playa Blanca over the mountains route. So the first bit of this is fairly straightforward. We're climbing up the hill towards another little village, Las Casitas, which literally means the small houses. There's a few fairly tight bends on this one, so the speed restriction does drop down to 40 kilometres an hour around these bends. outside. That's hire car. Now we're going to transfer to the outside lane and come off the roundabout down to Playa Blanca. Speed limit down here is 90 kilometres an hour. There's a restricted section just here where there's a junction off the road that goes down to a few houses. Straight on and into the town. But if you go all the way around the roundabout and take the third exit, it's maybe only the second exit, it's a dirt track that takes you down to the beaches of what the beach is called? Papagayo, thank you Georgie. But they are unsurfaced tracks, and supposedly some of the hire car companies really don't like you taking hire cars down there. Yesterday I filmed this route going in the other direction, and through the wonders of editing, that's actually going to end up going on after this video, coming as if you're coming from the airport. I'm going to carry on videoing a bit, going to go down into the town and down sort of the high street of the town, and we'll finish there. There's quite the last 3 years probably a new road's been built, and it's quite a useful road that takes you down towards the main area of the town. And also coming up ahead is another new development, Aldi, that opened earlier this year, didn't it?
It did.
The villa we stay in is not far from here, it's only about 5 minutes away from here, and we'd normally go straight ahead here. But I'm going to take the second exit off the roundabout to go down towards the town. And just ahead and over to the left is the huge new Barcello hotel, only opened a couple of years back. First exit here, and a useful little thing, if you hire your car from Seacar or Cabrera Medina, just on the right here where we're just passing, they have an office, but down below the hotel there they have a garage, so if you get any technical issues with the hire car, just pop down there and the guys will sort you out. Past on the left, the Princess Yeza Hotel. That's a very nice hotel. We've never stayed in a hotel here, so I can't really comment on what it's like, but I'd imagine it's a very nice hotel to stay in. I'm just coming down into the main sort of high street area of the town now, and directly ahead, as the camera's pointing, is the church, which actually predates a lot of the rest of the buildings around here. You can see in the old photographs it's there. Lots of restaurants and bars on the right hand side of the road here. And over on the left is like the sort of the village square, where they quite often have special events on. And they'll put up a big stage there. To a roundabout at the bottom here, and the road at one time would have gone straight on through the town, but that's pedestrian only now. So we're going to turn right at the roundabout, and as we turn right is where I'm going to finish the video.